Hello everybody, you're watching NDTV. False promises, lies and loot. This is how Prime Minister Narendra Modi described Arvind Kejriwal's Aam Aadmi Party in his public rally in Delhi today, promising to free the national capital from what he calls the Aam Aadmi Party, a disaster. Now, he also said that every alleged corruption of the Delhi government will also be investigated if the BJP comes to power. Remember, Delhi goes to polls on the 5th of February. The votes will be counted on the 8th of February. This is a critical election for the Aam Aadmi Party that has been in power in Delhi since 2013, and also for the BJP that is riding an electoral high after victories in Maharashtra and Haryana. Meanwhile, 7 Aam Aadmi Party legislators have resigned just 5 days before voting in Delhi election. These are people who did not get tickets to contest elections again. So if this is a battle for the survival of Aam Aadmi Party, it is also a critical test for the BJP that is hoping to end its 27-year electoral drought. And what does it mean for the Congress that just 6 months ago fought the Lok Sabha polls with the Aam Aadmi Party? We will try and make sense of all of that tonight. We will be joined by a panel of experts. But first, let's take a look at this report.
Delhi's water war, peaking in the run-up to February 5th. AAP Chief Arvind Kejriwal has responded to the Election Commission after the poll body asked for a clear explanation on his poison in the Yamuna water remark. The controversy erupted when Kejriwal accused Haryana of releasing poisonous water into the Yamuna river, which could create a water crisis in Delhi. His remarks drew sharp criticism from both the Congress and the BJP.
1 करोड़ लोगों को दिल्ली के अंदर पानी मिलना बंद हो गया होता अगर मैं शोर नहीं करता। हमारे हिसाब से हरियाणा के चीफ मिनिस्टर नायब सैनी दिल्ली को जहरीला पानी भेजने के लिए और दिल्ली के अंदर आर्टिफिशियल वाटर क्राइसिस क्रिएट करने की कोशिश करने के लिए उन्होंने अपराध किया है। उनके खिलाफ एफआईआर दर्ज की जाए। उनके खिलाफ एफआईआर ऑर्डर करने की बजाय, उनके खिलाफ एक्शन लेने की बजाय, उनको ऑर्डर देने की बजाय कि आप साफ पानी भेजिए, इलेक्शन कमीशन मेरे पीछे पड़ गया।
Kejriwal had sought the Election Commission's time today to explain the whole issue. Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann and Delhi Chief Minister Atishi also accompanied him to the EC's office. In a statement, the EC said that the full commission, without getting swayed by personal insinuations and offensive strategy being in play, will examine the reply in detail and take a decision on merit.
दिल्ली के लोगों को साफ पानी पिलाने के लिए और भारतीय जनतंत्र को बचाने के लिए मुझे कड़ी से कड़ी सज़ा, जो भी असंवैधानिक और इलीगल सज़ा सुनाई जाएगी, वो सज़ा मैं खुली बाहों के साथ में स्वागत करता हूं। सज़ा का मुझे कोई उस बात का दुख नहीं है।
इतनी जहरीली राजनीति।
The BJP has hit back at Kejriwal over his remarks.
अब आपदा वालों ने हरियाणा के लोगों पर पानी में जहर मिलाने का आरोप लगाया है। इतनी जहरीली राजनीति देश तक कभी नहीं देखी। मैं तो दिल्ली वालों से आग्रह करूंगा कि आप सतर्क रहें। ये वोटिंग से पहले अपने झूठ को सिद्ध करने के लिए किसी भी हद तक जा सकते हैं।
यहाँ पर ना तो नाले की सफाई की गई 10 वर्षों में, ना सीवरेज की सफाई की गई, ना एसटीपी की सफाई की गई, और जहां पर पानी एकत्र होता है तालाब में, उस तालाब की भी सफाई इसके द्वारा नहीं की गई। और ये दूसरे के ऊपर आरोप लगा करके अपनी राजनीतिक स्वार्थ सिद्धि को सिद्ध करना चाहता है, परंतु लोग समझ रहे हैं अब इसकी दाल गलने वाली नहीं है।
The EC earlier asked Arvind Kejriwal to provide evidence for his claim. In his response, Mr. Kejriwal maintained that his statements were based on the contamination levels and denied any political motive behind them.
As the election date draws closer, the war of words over water intensifies, with both sides digging in their heels. This remains to be seen how this controversy will impact the upcoming elections. With camera person Mukesh Kumar, this is Anushka Garg for NDTV.
Okay, joining us now is Dr. Ajay Kumar from the Congress Party. We have Akshay Marathe from the Aam Aadmi Party. We have Pradeep Bhandari from the BJP. And we have Neerja Chaudhary, who's a senior journalist and author. Thank you all of you for joining me on this broadcast. Akshay, we've been talking about poison in Yamuna water for a long time, but I want to ask you a specific question. When the Prime Minister says the BJP wants to make Delhi modern, and a glimpse of that was seen in Dwarka today because he was also, in Dwarka, and which has the Yashobhumi Convention Hall, this clearly is a reference to the kind of infra that Delhi deserves, something that is very critical for growth. Has Aam Aadmi Party in some ways failed to address the needs of an expanding capital and building Delhi as a world-class city that can address its garbage problems, wage problems, and also has enviable infra that we don't really see right now around us?
Vasudha, I want to start by saying that unfortunately in debates like these, we forget that for a large majority of the people that live in India, building schools and hospitals is one of the biggest infrastructure expansions that they will ever appreciate. Why is that? Because before the Aam Aadmi Party came to power, the schools and hospitals of Delhi were in absolutely pathetic condition. We invested 25% of our budgets to upgrade the schools of Delhi, and 26,000 new classrooms were built. The future of Delhi wants to see investment into their human capital, and that's the infrastructure the Aam Aadmi Party has built in the last 10 years. And this is separate from the 39 new flyovers that the Aam Aadmi Party built, the 6,500 sewage lines that the Aam Aadmi Party built, the 10,000 kilometers of new roads that the Aam Aadmi Party built. And all of this work, Vasudha, has happened in the unauthorized colonies of Delhi that are beyond the ring road. Oftentimes, people think of Delhi as just New Delhi Lutyens inside of the ring road. But Aam Aadmi Party is the first government that gave prominence and priority to the unauthorized colony residents that have lived in Delhi for the last 30, 40 years in absolutely horrible conditions. They were not given water pipelines. They were not given pakka roads. They were not even given basic bus services that Aam Aadmi Party expanded. So the people of Delhi have seen the massive transformation that Arvind Kejriwal has created in Delhi. And the Narendra Modi government, you remember that Aam Aadmi Party is only a half state in Delhi. The other half state is run by the Bharatiya Janata Party. And what are those half state responsibilities of the Bharatiya Janata Party? Law and order, police, and land. Can anybody in Delhi today claim that the BJP has done a stellar job when it comes to their responsibility of law and order? Absolutely not. People are scared to get out of their homes after evening time, especially women. The crime rate against women has risen rapidly under the Bharatiya Janata Party's watch. Okay. So that is the report card of these two parties, and all of the Aam Aadmi Party schemes that we have said we will give you free electricity, free water, free education, free healthcare. Today the BJP is coming and saying we will give you everything that the Aam Aadmi Party is giving.
Okay. Let me ask this question to Pradeep Bhandari.
Let me make one point. Final point. If the BJP is so clear that it believes in the Aam Aadmi Party's model of development, then tell me one state in India where the BJP is in power that they deliver free education, high quality education, free electricity, free water, and free bus rides for women. Name one state that the BJP runs that all these schemes are available. Then the people can decide for themselves.
Okay. Pradeep Bhandari, the Prime Minister also spoke about politics of confrontation today. He said that Aam Aadmi Party-led government is, only busy fighting with neighbouring states of Haryana and Uttar Pradesh and does not want to focus on development. Now, if you look at other states which are opposition ruled, there have been these altercations with the governor as well. As the BJP and the centre, have they been in some ways unable to convey a message of, non-confrontation, or for that matter, cordial working with opposition parties? Because if Delhi had to develop, the centre could have played an important role, a better role, isn't it?
Vasudha, I will respond to your question, and I will also respond to the Aam Aadmi Party's question. But at the outset, he was speaking about free water, and I will request my fellow from the Aam Aadmi Party not to interject and have the patience if you really believe in development of Delhi. This is exactly the water which Aam Aadmi Party is serving the residents of Delhi. If your camera person can zoom in, this is yellow in color. This is absolutely not drinkable. This is the truth of what the Aam Aadmi Party says as Ghoshna and the reality on ground. And if you want, you can send your camera person to Azadpur, Juggi number 9A, 616 Landbagh, Lal Bagh. This is the exact address where apart from water, which is yellow in color, which is contaminable, the 18 units of electricity is being charged with 2026 rupees. And this is just not one instance. This is the reality on ground. This is why the people of Delhi are standing against the Aam Aadmi Party and APDA government. I have seen many interviews on NDTV also and other channels. Arvind Kejriwal said that for 10 years, if I do not clean Yamuna, I should not be given the vote. He has not cleaned Yamuna, and this is what he's providing on the ground. That is point number one. And the ground issue on Delhi is exactly this. So there is no free electricity provided by the AAP government. There is no clean drinkable water provided by the AAP government. And there is absolutely no cleanliness of Yamuna Ma by the Aam Aadmi Party government. If they come to power, they will continue to blame other states but not act. This is why Delhi does not want to vote it. Now, on the capital expenditure part, he was absolutely categorically lying. This is the capital expenditure before the Aam Aadmi Party came into power was 14%. After the Aam Aadmi Party came into power, it was 7.5%. This is also published in the Times of India report. So the capital expenditure has halved. So they have not invested on infrastructure, point number one. If their government schools are so good, please tell me, why has the enrollment in the state government schools dipped by 8%? So it's another lie. And the Delhi High Court on April 9, 2024 slammed the education department over poor state of government schools. And Manish Sisodia himself has acknowledged it. This is why he has not sent his son to a Delhi government school. So whatever he will say, the reality on ground is completely different. Now I will come to another important point. We cannot have a working relationship with an anarchist whose thinking is absolutely zerila. Just 10 seconds, because this is just, you asked why are we not having a working relationship? Yeah. An anarchist can never have any working relationship with any party. That Sheila Dikshit also was in power. There were workable relationship, various state governments. Can you please tell me that the ammonia level is 2 mg per liter when it enters Delhi? It reaches 85 mg per liter. What was Arvind Kejriwal doing for 10 years? Was he sleeping? Just because he's not delivered on the ground, he is now trying to pit the people of Delhi against the people of Haryana. He will be given a befitting response.
Okay, Dr. Ajay Kumar, thank you for waiting. Talking about Sheila Dikshit, Rahul Gandhi has been attacking Arvind Kejriwal fiercely over issues of corruption, but it does seem to me that the Congress party has not been able to optimize on the legacy of Sheila Dikshit. Is the Aam Aadmi Party today a bigger enemy for the Congress party, sir, than the BJP and the RSS? In other words, do people in the Congress feel it's better that the BJP wins Delhi so that Aam Aadmi Party gets done and dusted with and Congress has a chance to emerge?
No, I don't think so. You see, it's very good for TV anchors to say that kind of stuff. For us, both of them are political opponents. And why would we have a particular dislike for them or extra dislike for... we are political opponents, so there's no question of dislike. But I was hearing Akshay and everybody, and even Pradeep ji speaking. So a couple of issues. One is the level of discourse. I said it earlier in another TV channel. You don't go about saying that the other state government is ready to do a genocide and all. So that is what is the whole issue is. And again, Akshay is a good friend of mine. And I know Pradeep, though we may not be friends, but we are very well-known acquaintance for sure. The fact is that for 10 years, the Aam Aadmi Party has been in Delhi. 10 years is a reasonable long time to clean up the water. You might keep saying everything else on that issue. And whether the ammonia levels in 2022 December, because it is very simple that Haryana industrial belt at Sonepur definitely releases untreated water into the Yamuna. Those are facts. Those are facts for the past 10 years. Whether the Aam Aadmi Party has approached them for the past 10 years, I don't think so. So that's fact number one. The second issue is the discussion levels on when we attack each other and say that they are trying to poison us and they're trying to kill us. They are going to. There is no. You cannot get. Every day we are getting lower and lower in terms of our political desire to score points. So I definitely believe that at individual levels, whether it's Akshay and Pradeep and everybody else, we try to keep our own sanity in this process. But as a political party, we are guilty. They are guilty. BJP is guilty. All of us are guilty. We need to improve it. But schools and hospitals, you keep hearing it. But none of the Aam Aadmi Party guys go to the treatment to the government hospitals. At least the top leaders. None of the kids are studying in these schools. And and there is a value to us. And after some time, when I keep hearing that people in that the people of Delhi are not within the ring road, the fact is that at least 50% of Delhi is between the ring roads.
Okay.
So issue is, are you saying that they are not important? That's not a good perspective to take. Okay. But I believe that what has been said on the Yamuna, it was a simple fact, and they're intelligent guys in the Aam Aadmi Party. You know, they are smart fellows. I mean, they're well qualified and all. If you just look at the data for the past 4 years, the ammonia level has been same.
Okay.
December 2022, December 2023, and December 2024. So my question again is, what are we trying to say? Divert attention? It's a tough, I think it's going to be an interesting election.
Akshay, would you like to respond to that before I go to Neerja ma'am? Akshay, I do feel that, the language that Mr. Kejriwal used was also over the top, saying that a state government is trying to kill people from another, neighboring union territory, that too capital of the country. Do you think that this was basically said politically? Do you think this time he went beyond his signature style of using a certain kind of, extreme language that BJP is trying to stall development, or for that matter, I'm going to get arrested, although that really happened. So do you think this time, he could have used better words?
Well, sir, I think let's understand the facts, right? From 21st January to 28th January, the ppm level of ammonia in Yamuna at the point at which it enters Delhi from Haryana went skyrocketed to 8. The water treatment plants of Delhi that treat the water of Yamuna to make it potable can only take up to 1 to 2 ppm of ammonia. So Arvind Kejriwal has been repeatedly asking the Haryana government to find a way to reduce the ammonia levels in the Yamuna, but they have not done anything in the last several years. And this time, this is the first time in the history of Delhi that over a 7-day period, the ammonia levels rose up so rapidly. So Arvind Kejriwal's simple point was that if nobody on this panel can drink water with 7 to 8 ppm ammonia, then how do you expect Arvind Kejriwal's Delhi government to supply that water to the people of Delhi? If he's had supplied that water to the people of Delhi, people would have gotten sick. Some of them would have had to be hospitalized. It would have been a terrible tragedy in Delhi that the Haryana government would have been solely responsible for. Okay. And the moment Arvind Kejriwal ji raised an alarm and raised a stink about this, within 24 hours, the ppm levels fell to 3. Doesn't that indicate to us that Haryana government has some control over the ppm levels of ammonia? If they were able to control it within 24 hours after Arvind Kejriwal raised an alarm, then why couldn't they do it earlier?
Right. Pradeep?
Well, if there would have been a Guinness Book of World Record for lying, I think the Aam Aadmi Party would top on that also. Simple facts. Please go ahead and read what 2016 Akhilesh Yadav said to Arvind Kejriwal, that you are responsible for pollution in Yamuna. Please see the ammonia level in 2022. The point is not that. The point, Vasudha, is for 10 years he is providing to the people of Delhi water which is not drinkable. You cannot go ahead and blame Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and every other state. This is not governance. This is exactly how an anarchist behaves, and he remembers this only during the time of election. He was forgetting this earlier. How is it possible? And there are 70% of the STP plants not working of Delhi Jal Board. That is the truth of governance of Arvind Kejriwal. Just because Haryana, which is his Janbhoomi, did not vote him, he cannot go ahead and abuse the people of Haryana. Okay. No state government, irrespective of political ideology, will quote-unquote poison a river in order to take political benefits. What level of discourse is this?
Okay, Neerja Chaudhary, do you think the way... Akshay, I'll just come back to you. Let me take one comment. Okay, Akshay, yes, you wanted to say something.
No, I just want to say it's so interesting that Pradeep Bhandari ji is bringing a bottle of unclean water and claiming this is the water that we are supplying. But the Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji himself has said that how can Haryana poison the water that we are drinking every day for the last 11 years? That means...
This is not Haryana, this is what you are giving. Akshay, this is Delhi, Azadpur Mandi. You are sitting, you are not moving out of your Aam Aadmi Party office. That is the issue.
I gave you the courtesy of not interrupting you. I think you should allow me the same courtesy. Don't interrupt me. I did not interrupt you. If Prime Minister is claiming
You
that he
cannot
drinks
lie about
clean
my Prime
water
Minister.
from Yamuna for the last 11 years,
No.
then either Pradeep Bhandari is lying
Prime
or
Minister
Narendra Modi
was
is lying.
talking about the water
Narendra
from
Modi
Haryana.
said
Pradeep, let him
the
finish, I'll come back.
Prime Minister was not talking about the water which you are serving the people of Delhi.
Okay. Akshay,
I am
I do
not very
believe that
good at talking over each other.
76%
I
of
don't enjoy
Delhi's
such debates.
okay, 76% of the pollution in Yamuna is known to be Delhi-based, right? So you can't really escape responsibility and accountability. And clearly, a lot of money has been, has been thrown into Yamuna in the sense, for development, for sort of cleaning it. So clearly, the Aam Aadmi Party cannot be escaping responsibility. In fact, Arvind Kejriwal himself has said that this is a failed promise. But do you think that this is something that will resonate with voters? Do you think that your party could have handled this better?
No, we are not at all running away from responsibility. In fact, the 6,500 kilometers of sewage lines that we have installed in Delhi are going to lead downstream to cleaning of Yamuna, because the biggest reason that Yamuna is polluted inside of Delhi is the sewage that flows inside the Yamuna. So now that the sewage pipelines have already been laid, now it is only the last 20% work that is left. And Arvind Kejriwal is saying that yes, 80% of the work I have done, 20% is left. Give me 5 more years, I'll finish it in the next 5 years. So to say that the Yamuna is polluted in Delhi because of Aam Aadmi Party, I don't think is correct. But the point at which the Yamuna enters Delhi from Haryana, we can go today and measure the ppm levels. And if Pradeep Bhandari ji wants to...
No one believes the rosy picture of desilting drains and cleaning Yamuna. This is Delhi High Court to Delhi government.
Pradeep, you wanted to make a point.
How can they escape the responsibility of not cleaning Yamuna, which is 78%?
Yamuna that is coming from Haryana and risk your life, that is up to you.
Okay, Pradeep, now...
It is up to you.
Yeah, you wanted to respond.
Shame on you, Akshay. Shame on your party that you cannot clean Yamuna and you are blaming the people of Haryana. 70% of your sewage treatment plant of Delhi Jal Board are not working. Stop lying so much. Delhi High Court, I quote the Delhi High Court on November 13, 2024. No one believes the rosy picture of desilting drains and cleaning Yamuna. Delhi High Court to Delhi government. You have done nothing for cleaning Yamuna in the last 10 years. This is not what I am saying. This is what the High Court has said. At least believe the courts. It's just because you are losing an election, you cannot go ahead and leave the political discourse thinking that a people of one state or a government of one state will poison the water. This is even Pakistan and India have an Indus water treaty. Pakistan does not poison the Indus water in order to take benefit from India. What are you saying?
Imagine how bad the
shame
credibility
on you.
of the BJP is.
Literally shame on you.
Let him
This is the
respond now.
political
That is
default.
how bad
let him
BJP's
respond.
credibility is. When Arvind Kejriwal says that you can play dirty politics, people believe it.
Our credibility is we are in power for the third consecutive time and in power in 20 states. Your credibility is you lost
Dr.
because it's in
Ajay,
Haryana.
talking about the discourse in politics,
come out of your party office and go on the ground.
People know your reality. People know that the BJP
go out of your party office
Dr.
and see
Ajay, you
the
were just
ground.
talking about the discourse in politics a few days ago.
The BJP is the party which serves.
Okay. A few days ago, Dr. Ajay, I was listening to Priyanka Gandhi and she basically talked about man-animal conflict, and she said that it's time for collaboration and that she would want everybody to work together on something like this. Could the Congress have approached the Yamuna matter in such a manner instead of just blaming the Aam Aadmi Party, or do you think the Aam Aadmi Party is solely responsible for the state of the river?
No, look, it will be foolish to say that the Bharatiya Janata Party is also not responsible. See, look, you need to understand first some more things. They are my political opponents, both of them. But the fact is that you have not allowed the state government to function at all. The fact is that, Vasta, we need to, look, Pradeep might say anything, you might, but all energy is put into making sure they don't perform. I'm saying there is definitely a part where the Bharatiya Janata Party is hugely responsible for the issues which Delhi is facing. Taking an example like air pollution, right? It's an essential issue. The state government needs a support the state government needs support because it encompasses Noida, encompasses Delhi. Pradeep, I'll just finish it. So the NCR issue is something which is beyond the scope of the Delhi government. Now, you might say that the Punjab government is responsible for the Parali burning and all that, but the fact is that the government of India has done nothing in terms of air pollution in Delhi. The second issue is, in terms of political discourse, whether it is Arvind, which is Mr. Kejriwal, Bharatiya Janata Party's political discourse also gets to some, very offensive levels. And Pradeep Pradeep is a very mature ex-journalist. But even in our debates like we must extend courtesy, and it's become a nature of all of us to keep shouting over each other, saying you're a liar and all that. I'm just saying that we have a perspective, we let the other person speak. Congress, I'll tell you, Sheila Dikshit ji was there when the BJP was also in power. And when we were also in power and our state government was in power. It is
completely out of time. Thank you all of you for joining me on this broadcast. Apologies, you couldn't finish your point. Thank you so much. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today has launched a sharp attack on the Aam Aadmi Party, accusing it of stalling Delhi's development even as the capital's water wars have escalated. Well, only time will show how critical this election is for both parties. With that, it's a wrap on the show. Over to Maria Shakil on the other side.